Let your eyelids gently fall. Be gentle with yourself through this practice. Take a deep breath in, rising up through your center column, connecting to your breath the whole time. Yoga is mindful movements. Deep breath in. On your breath out, maybe bend your back. Fall into the past. This is, if you find yourself leaning forward, you're leaning into the future. If you collapse back, you fall into the past. Let's just give our past a little bit of love. Curve around on your spine, maybe circle around to the front. Circling back, gentle movements. Come back to back, curve, drop your neck. Lean forward, raise your head. Giving this beautiful mechanism that carries us through each day some love. It's almost like a cat-cow. I don't know if you guys know anything about yoga, but it's like a sitting cat-cow.
Dynamic cat-cow.
Sitting cat-cow.
Yeah.
Pull your shoulders up to your ears, and then let them fall, pulling them away. Back and front. Feeling the curvature, how it can go both ways. Diving into this moment, connecting with your body. People often get impatient with yoga because they just want to move forward to the next move, not really admiring where you are and what you're doing. But if you just release that, let it go, we are in no rush, no hurry to the finish line.
Definitely guilty of that.
You can never give your spine, your back too much love. Find yourself in center. Place your left hand to the side. Raise your right palm and rise it to the sky. Pulling, pulling, pulling through your side body. Try not to curve down. Keep your heart open, lifted to the sky, and find a gentle stretch. And then follow that through around to the front, circling the other arm around to follow, right hand on the floor, and then finding yourself to the other side. Heart lifted. Don't pull your arm up to your ear, just let it fall gently, and then circle back around. My back cracks every time I do it. And find a nice sway with this. In whatever pace feels comfortable, make sure you're breathing. Maybe breathing out on your, and then in on your stretch. And then, and on this one, bring yourself up and both hands to the sky. This is a powerful pose. Don't bend too much forward. Try to stack your spine. Breathe in and lift up. On your breath out, rain your hands down. Come to stillness. Don't find boredom or impatience in your stillness. Find your breath. You're going to come to all fours. And just to check in with our body and make sure your hands, your wrists are stacked under your shoulders to protect them. And just to check in with your body, I want you to put the weight in your hands and lift your knees up. Just hold yourself there for 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. We're going to give our hip sockets some love. So lift your right knee up and draw circles in the air with your knees. Use the range of motion that feels comfortable for you. Try not to contort too much. Stay in your stacked position. supporting your weight. Just another 2 circles here, and then switch to the other side. Maybe change your rotation really quickly before you switch. Lifting up the left knee, circling in the socket. Lubricate your joints with your own oils. And then the other direction. And dropping that left knee, placing your hands, weight in your hands, and rise up to downward dog. Pedal it out here. Give yourself gracious bends in the knees. Pedaling, pedaling. Don't know if you guys can see that. Dropping your shoulders, your heart towards the back of your mat. Find a playfulness here. There is no stagnant position. You can be free-flowing. You can be moving within if that feels comfortable. If you can get your heels to the floor and you want to be in a powerful pose, do that. Stretch the backs of those calves.
I'm feeling pretty powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your heels down, dude. That's great.
You know, I think that's the first time.
And then slowly, slowly, with patience, with breath, walk your feet to your hands. And come to a forward fold. Bend those knees. Hang let all of the day hang out the top of your head. Let it just drip through out into your mat, absorbed into the earth. Straighten a little if you can, if you want to. Shake those hips. Maybe grasp either elbow and really give your spine and your neck some love. In yoga, they say the neck is an extension of the spine. So make sure you think of it as one beautiful long cord and don't kink your neck or kink your head. Let's slowly rise up with a breath in. Slowly, slowly, delicately. Yeah, in our standing position. And we're gonna grip our hands together at the back and pull back in our shoulders. Like this.
But we're standing, okay.
Yeah, but we're standing.
Yeah. Thanks, Ray.
Pulling back in our shoulders. Oof.
Yep.
So your lymph nodes here, very tight spots. Stretch them out. And when that feels like you've given that a good stretch, raise your arm, bend in the knees, raise your arms to the sky. Come on like this. And then hands together in prayer above the top of your head and drop down back into a forward fold. And we're gonna lift our back only halfway, coming to a flat back position. Flat, almost with the body pulling against your hips, so you're stretching in here. Pulling your neck forward and your hips back, flat, flat, flat in the spine. Breath in, release on the breath out. Coming back to the floor, down to each knee. Laying the legs back. And coming to the stomach. Moving into an upward dog. This one's tough sometimes if your back is tight.
Today
so
it
be
is.
gentle. Keep your arms bent. If you can only go to cobra, which is just arms flat halfway, do that. And slowly breathe. Just stay in patience. And then push yourself back into the beautiful, lovely child's pose. Rest here. Rub your third eye onto the mat. Legs nice and generously wide. Just sinking into your practice. Pulling forward with the arms to give your shoulder blades a nice stretch. I could just sleep like this. 3 more breaths here. When you breathe, send your breath to your back body. I know it's hard to imagine, but breathe into that space. Open it up with your breath. And blow out all the stress and the tension that you hold there. On that last breath, come up. Rise your body up and just wide-legged sit on the floor like this. I'm just going to do a gentle bend in the wrists, so flipping them to the front of the mat. Be gentle with this. They teach you never to really kink your wrist at this point unless you're stretching and being gentle with it and stacking. But in your daily activity, you should always have your wrist straight.
A super nice forearm stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's great.
Pull into the backs of your forearms there. Maybe move around. You can even pull back into your fingers and just stretch them out. And then crawl back to that 4-legged position, finding yourself here, and pushing back up into downward dog, pedaling it up. Pedaling, maybe back and forthing, playing, having fun with it. Slowly walking to the front, going back into our forward fold. Yoga is like a ritual, so it's a lot of repetitive motions, finding a flow. If you feel like we've been here before, it's because we have. But your body remembers the breath, it remembers the flow. Rise up to half back. Flat back, sorry. And then release. Now we're going to meet our hands behind our backs again, but staying folded, pulling upwards into our shoulders. Oh, as high as you can go. Maybe rocking back and forth. And then using that momentum slowly to rise up. Keeping them tucked behind you, pulling again in the front body. Releasing. And bring them up above your head. With a breath in and with a breath out, forward fold. We're going to step our right leg back now. Coming to this runner's lunge position. Looks like this.
Nice.
And pull into the front of that leg here. And just for a second, breathe. And then drop that back knee and stack like an L with this leg, this front leg. Try not to let it fall out. Try to keep them in line with each other. And push. And now you can use that to stretch this with your leg braced by the floor. We don't want to arch too much in our back. Try to tuck your low belly in to protect your spine. And just pull into that stretch there. 2 more time, 2 more breaths.
Yeah, that's good.
And then rise it up. Yeah, whenever you feel called, Maybe pulling back on that front leg. Bringing that front leg to meet the back and switching. Bringing your right leg frontwards. Again with the pulsing. You're like this. Like this. Oof. And then dropping that back knee, yep. Pulsing into that. I don't even know what you call this muscle. Oof. And coming to stacked. Maybe raising your arms up even. Everything is connected in the body.
That's the hip flexor, right? That
Hip flexor, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
And then rising up. Pulling back on that front leg. And the back of that area. And taking that back leg to meet the front. And with the breath in, we rise up. Hands above the head. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Deep breath in, palms meet in the middle. And then fall to your forward fold. Gracefully pedal it out here. Okay. Let's take that left leg back again. Coming back into that runner's lunge position. And staying up now in our lunge, we bring our arms up. Palms meet in the middle at the top. Very quickly, breath in and then breath out. Come back down. Switching legs. Pedal it out maybe. Bring that left leg forward. Staying up in your lunge, rise up. And then down. Let's move into a flow of vinyasa into an upwards dog. Oof.
Oh yeah, that's good cracks.
Okay. And rise back up onto your feet. Downward dog. We're gonna try something else here now. Bring that right leg forward. And bring both hands on the inside of your leg. And if here is comfortable for you, stay here. It gets a different part of the leg with this stretch. If you can, if you're flexible, you can drop down to your elbows, do that. If you can't even be here, find a blanket or a pillow or a block to rise the floor to you. But if you can be here, that's great. Yes, woo! And just hold, breathe. Breathe into those tight spaces. Send them love. Two more breaths here. And coming up. Bring that front leg back. Pedal it out. Oh, that feels good.
So good.
Left leg forward. Same thing on the other side. Take your time. If we're moving too quick for you, take your time. You can meet us in whatever position we're in. Do what's right for you and your body. Bringing both hands to the inside of your left leg now.
Yeah, I'll be posting this after so you guys can totally just follow at your own pace.
And dropping down if you can, if you want to, if you need to. Oh my God, this leg's much tighter for me, so if you find it's tighter on one side, that's normal. Yeah, just be respectful to your body. Oh. 3 more breaths here. Try not to let your leg fall open. Keep it stacked. Oh, 2 more. Don't collapse into the pose. If it's uncomfortable, move yourself up to an easier position. Coming up, dropping that back knee and pulling the left leg back, stretching in the back of the leg now. Maybe leaning forward. It's about the mind, body, and breath connection in yoga. It is a lot of stretching. You may be tight. You may be holding tension. Do as much as you can. Don't force yourself down. If I can touch my nose to my knee, it doesn't matter. If Luke can only get this far, it doesn't matter. Stretch it out. Deep breath in, and then blow that tension right out of your leg. With every breath out, you can maybe bend a little bit further.
Oh, this one's so fucking painful.
Yeah, this is hard. We're gonna bring our right leg around to the front to meet it and do both legs at the same time. As far as you can go, don't worry. Maybe reaching towards the front of the feet if you can touch them, that's great. I have long monkey arms, so I can touch you pretty much through the screen. Resting, patience, ritualistic practice. If you did this for 15 minutes every day, you'd have a lot more movement. Again, using your breath to alleviate the tension. Oh my gosh. And then to make it even on both sides, we're gonna pull the left leg back behind us and stretch through the same way we did with the left on the right.
Do that switch, but
your muscles get in the way. Oh my God. It's tight behind the knees. It might be tight in the Achilles. It might be tight in your low back. These are all very normal things.
so tight.
We got this. Oh Lord. Just be gentle. Yeah, if you need to rise up on that knee, exactly. And maybe a gentle bend in that front leg. But I would suggest rising more and keeping this leg straight and just pulling back as much as you can if it's super tight. If you can't come all the way down. It is tough. Play around, as I said, move around within it. You might find different little areas of tension that you want to just give some love. And if it gets uncomfortable, come to seated and just wait till the next move. We're going to move into it in 5, 4, 3, and we're going to bring that leg back into all fours. We're going to push up to downward dog. Melting your heart towards your toes. Pedaling it out. Twisting, turning, toppling. And slowly walking to the front of your mat. And again, with a breath in, we rise up. Meeting our palms above our head. And with a breath out, forward fold. With a breath in, flat back. And with a breath out, forward fold. And then coming, slowly rising to a standing position. Okay, stay there. I'm just finding where we are.
No rush. much comfortable here.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. Okay. I want us to cross our right leg in front of our left and find balance here. With your hands on your hips, we're gonna just fold forward again in this position. Kind of contorts a little bit the legs, the muscles, gives you a better idea where you might be holding tension.
Yeah, I got a lot in my lower back.
Braiding the energy, braiding the barrier. And just stretching. It stretches that back leg in the back of it. The back of that back leg. Mm-hmm. Let's uncross and cross the other way. Oh. Maybe even.
Yeah, this side's a little easier.
Twisting your arms.
Oh yeah.
Just to
I can't get it much more than that.
formulate, yeah. Oof. 2 more breaths. And on the breath out, release the legs. Bring them as wide as your mat. And then drop your butt to the floor. Maybe shimmy your feet in a little bit if you can. We're gonna stay in this squat position. We wanna tuck our low belly and suck in our low ribs. Make our hands meet in the middle. We don't wanna be arching in the spine here. We wanna be straight. We wanna be powerful. While pushing with your elbows a little bit against your knees. Don't know what this is called. Grounding pose? I don't know.
Shake out the root
chakra.
chakra.
The root chakra. Yeah. Just imagine a cord connecting you to the earth. Tucking in the low belly.
Good energy.
This is very good energetic release pose. Maybe bouncing. That laugh. And we're gonna use in this pose, maybe move your neck a little actually. And in this pose, we're gonna stay with our feet like this and we're gonna push ourselves to like a standing squat, like this. Bounce here if you need to. Maybe widen the feet a little bit, but stay in this squat position. And then with your hands together, turn gently to the left. The feminine energy, turn gently to the right. The masculine energy. Do that a couple more times, balancing those two out. Staying squatted. And then rising up. Shake it out. Shimmy your feet in. Hands down to your sides. Closed-legged. Breathing in, feeling your power. What's this one? Christ pose?
Almost.
I like that, yeah. And just standing here with your eyes closed. Absorbing the energy of your practice. Absorbing the connectivity of this live video. Absorbing the energetic movement through your body. Feeling how it feels for you right now.
I'm buzzing.
Draw in all of that with your eyes closed through your palms into your heart. Patience, guys. Be with us here now. Don't let your mind wander to where you need to be or what you did before. Bring in the energy of the room. Collect it in your palms. The energy of the earth, the energy of the cosmos. And then bring those palms together right at your heart. With your eyes closed. we end our practice here in this prayer position, in this grateful, gracious, thanking position. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Ray.
I had no idea what it
That's
was.
beautiful. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Catch us next week, same time.
Same time, same place.
Peace.
Maybe not same place.
Yeah, maybe mine.